Hello, London. This is Bill McKibben. I wish very much I was there with you in person. I'm glad to be with you via Skype. Um, I, what you're doing this weekend is really important. I'm recording this a couple of days in advance. It's Wednesday now, and about an hour ago, students at Harvard started blockading the president's office to demand divestment. Our friends at Washington University in St. Louis are in the third week of their sit-in to stop their ties to the big coal companies. High school students yesterday in Seattle in Washington did civil disobedience outside the federal building to demand an end to tar sands mining. So you're on the bubble of all kinds of activity, and that's happening across the world. That's the point I want to make. You guys are talking today about broadening this movement, about making it wider and larger, and I think that that's absolutely crucial. Let me tell you a little bit about what we've been doing at 350.org in recent years to try and make that happen. Because climate change is the first really global problem that we've ever faced, we started from the beginning trying to organize on a global basis. As you know, we've organized events in every country on Earth except North Korea. And what we found everywhere is the same thing. When people relate to the problem as it's happening in their home place, then they become activated and engaged. In fact, then they become leaders. That's been the most exciting part of this process, is watching the emergence of leaders all over the world. And so I would highly recommend that y'all seek out those communities that are hit hardest. Often they're communities of color, almost always communities of poverty, and make common cause with them, bring them to the fore. Their voices are too little heard, and this is an opportunity not only to highlight the message of climate change, but to highlight it in a way that helps, well, that helps heal some of the other divisions in our society. Every place around the world, this is starting to happen in such a big and interesting and beautiful way. And I know that y'all can make it happen there, and I know that the power shift that you're about will be a real and beautiful one. Keep the message about climate change always at the center, of course, because it's the biggest thing that's ever happened to human beings, and we have to stand up to it in the biggest possible ways. But draw on those resources from all around the world, and we'll help you in any way that we can. Understand that when you take on this fight, you're doing it in the name of and with the solidarity from people in low-lying island nations, in high mountains where the snow is disappearing, in those places that now subject to forest fire, drought, and famine. Remember what Desmond Tutu said a few weeks ago, that it is time once again, just as in the days of apartheid, for the world to come together and put pressure on those forces that cause this trouble. I know that you can cause a lot of trouble, and I'm really grateful for it. Thank you all.